I got a face for radio too. Just so you know. I think my mother, God rest her soul, I miss my mother so much. I think she's the one that sort of programmed me to get into the radio business. Because when I was younger, when I was a kid, she looked at me with we're from Kentucky. So she had this little Kentucky accent. And she said, why don't you go to work at a radio station so I could turn you off? And I'm like, okay. And that's what did it for me. No, when I was a kid, I used to actually play radio. I mean, I lived in the backwoods of Kentucky. I was 25 miles out of town. My closest neighbor was 5 miles away. My best friend was a raccoon. But there was a radio station in Louisville, Kentucky, WQMF. And I just was enthralled by the talent on the radio stations. And I had every single song that the radio station would play, but I would have them in 45s. Remember the 45s?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I would have stacks and stacks of these 45s, and I don't know if you remember these tweed-looking 45 record players where, open up the top, they looked like they were tweed, had a little speaker in the front. So I had one of those, but I also had a little Mickey Mouse 45 record player. And I would listen to the radio, and I would literally write down as quickly as I could everything that the radio personality, the disc jockey back then, would say. And when they would go into the next song, I'd turn the radio down and I'd put the song that they played before, and I'd put the next song on my little record player, and then I would start being a radio personality.
Yeah,
However,
so you weren't just listening to the radio like most of us dumb